What's up, guys? My name is P, and I'd like to welcome you to another edition of Phipps Tips. In today's episode, we're going to take a look at the overall market. We're going to check out its top performers. We'll have a look at today's biggest winners and its biggest losers. A few news articles to cover today, and a little bit of technical analysis on Bitcoin. All that and more, guys, coming up. Stay tuned. We are looking at CoinMarketCap.com. The market cap currently sitting at $283.7 billion with a 24-hour trading volume of $13.5 billion and Bitcoin dominance checking in at 39.7%. Of the top five today, guys, Bitcoin down 1.17%, Ethereum down 3%, Ripple down 2%, Bitcoin Cash down 2.12%, and EOS down 2.24% on the day. Everybody's favorite movers and shakers versus Bitcoin. Today we have Mithril up 19.15% against Bitcoin. Basic Attention Token up 13.12%. Bytem up 10.85%. Fusion up nearly 7%. And Binance Coin up 5.73% today against Bitcoin, guys. Our gainers and losers of the day, our number one gainer is DigiCube, up 97.81%. CooperCoin, up 86.17%. Content Neutrality Network, up 42.28%. InsureChain, up almost 40%. And BitSoar up 37.26% today, guys. Our biggest losers for the day. Fidelium down 26.42%. Octus down 24.72%. FirstCoin down 24.47%. Starcoin down 22.26%. And WakeyChain down 20%, almost on the nose. So there's our gainers and losers for the day, guys. We're going to move on into our news segments here real quick. What crypto thinks about the Ethereum and SEC stampings of Ethereum not being labeled a security. We'll find out what that has to say. Stay right there. In our first news article of the day, guys, what crypto thinks about the SEC saying Ether isn't a security. There is a quote, "Based on my understanding of the present state of Ether, the Ethereum network, and its decentralized structure, current offers and sales of Ether are not securities transactions." So said William Hinman, Director of the Division of Corporate Finance at the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission at Yahoo All Market Summit event in San Francisco yesterday. As you might expect, if you've been following 2018's regulatory drama, the online crypto community subsequently exploded with commentary. The big deal? The implication is that the world's second largest cryptocurrency isn't currently running afoul with the law, at least now, and at least the U.S. law, and that the SEC may be preparing to soften its approach to this sector in general. That's just the tip of the iceberg, though, and immediately blog posts started springing up opining on the subject. Advocates for cryptocurrency took it as an affirmation of their views on securities law, while legal experts who expected the SEC to come down swiftly on the industry were more bewildered. The SEC has just abdicated responsibility for enforcing securities laws in the United States. Or so wrote blockchain entrepreneur and UK lawyer Preston Byrne. The serious responses. Still, the real ramifications aren't exactly known. Hinman's statements, while instructive, don't represent a ruling. As a spokesperson for Coin Center told CoinDesk, it's been seen as a speech by the director of the division that most directly makes policy dealings with this question. Byrne also pointed out to the investors that it's still too early to celebrate. He has tweeted, note, just because the SEC, has said that this stuff isn't security doesn't mean a federal judge will agree. In the event of a price collapse, plaintiffs could still make the argument, IMV credibly, due to the fact that the stuff was being sold to retail direct. The takeaway from this side of crypto Twitter: compliance is a long game. Plan accordingly. Another tweet by Colin Wilhelm: seeing a lot of folks in crypto land go over their skies and apply this to a bunch of other potential cases, which is explicitly not meant to do. And potential remains that SEC could pursue action against Ethereum founds for unregistered offering. Colin Wilhelm also tweeted out the SEC official says Ether is not a security. Subscriber, blah, 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 blah. That's his Twitter link right there. And there's definitely merit to this view. In his full remarks, Hinman also explained how the SEC might make such decisions, and he didn't exactly say where there wouldn't be any enforcement. Drew Hikes was tweeting that can't wait for every auto-dicket on Twitter to start giving unlicensed legal advice attempting to define sufficiently decentralized. You'll have to wait for a rule, guidance, regulation, or law like the rest of us. That said, instructive might be the right word. As New York Times reporter Nathaniel Popper reminded us, even if we didn't get a ruling, we did get a window into SEC thinking on the issue that goes a bit beyond what they've issued before. Hinman, the SEC official, said that the key in determining whether a digital asset is a security is the role that a third party plays in the asset. Do they play a key role in the maintenance of the asset? Do they retain a stake in the digital asset? Still, to some, this left a feeling that following the law wasn't the best choice. I made a conscious decision not to join the ICO craze to fund my business because not only did I find it unethical to offer a pseudo-security without actual equity, but because I knew the SEC would see it as a security offering anyway. Yet my obedience only cost me in the end. This meaning, guys, that he didn't join an ICO, and because of that, he's suffered. If he would have joined the ICOs and made an ICO out of his, offering, then he'd be all well and good right now. But, seeing as he wanted to follow the law, and he got burned. So, there's that. But is it time to party, guys? Nevertheless, crypto Twitter didn't pass the chance to party, a sentiment that was largely influenced by market performance. And guys, if you aren't a part of crypto Twitter, what goes on Twitter is it's absolutely ludicrous. It is ludicrous. You cannot take what is said on Twitter with a grain of salt. It's the moment the market takes a downturn, everybody's at each other's throats, just ripping each other to shreds. Justin Sun attacked Vitalik Buterin. Vitalik Buterin retorted with some little hateful spiel of his own. It's ugly, guys. It's ugly. And now that the futures on Bitcoin have expired, at least for the CBOE, and a lot of people accredit that to why the price has dipped, I don't honestly believe that. In my opinion, if you were, reading Twitter, the crypto space Twitter, over the last, 2.5 weeks, ever since this, downturn started, it's just been mudslinging left and right and left and right. And, there's a real feeling of despair in, the space. To the point where it was almost at the stage of capitulation, guys. And that's what capitulation is, for those of you who don't know the term. Capitulation is when you've finally had enough. And you're just done with it. And, you move on. And in the crypto space, capitulation is people who sell out of all of their positions back into fiat and just wash their hands of the cryptocurrency space in general. That's what capitulation is. And we weren't quite there. And then suddenly, miraculously even, the news about the SEC hits the scene, and suddenly Bitcoin price stabilizes. Crypto Twitter suddenly becomes bullish once again. Everybody is everybody's best friend now. See, guys, this is what I'm talking about with the whole bit of manipulation. It was just too perfectly timed, if you ask me. And, I think it's crazy. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. And I'm going to finish up the news article here, guys. The price of the Ether surged immediately following the news, about 8.8% according to the CoinDesk Bitcoin Price Index. As did many other coins, by the way. Not much of a surprise given most tokens are now issued on top of Ethereum. Even Bitcoin went up yesterday, guys, in part to the news, and mostly it's because, on some exchanges you have to be in Bitcoin to buy Ether, which is weird. I mean, even Coinbase offers fiat to Ether, so everybody needs to be on that sort of wagon when it comes to offering cryptocurrencies for fiat exchange. But a development that put a stop to what was otherwise a dreary Wednesday in a normally irrelevant land of crypto Twitter. We just see lots of tweets. And, Warren Buffett even went as far as to tweet out that the SEC announces cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin and Ethereum are not securities. Then he makes jokes, sorry bears, that was a shakeout. So there's that, guys. Drop me a comment down in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Was the announcement of this, just too perfectly timed? I feel like it was. I feel like, there was something afoot. People got to the point where, they were getting sick of this downward trend that crypto's been on since mid-January, and here it is 5-6 months later, and it's still tanking. People are tired of it, and they want out. They want to just take their money and run. And this right here, I think, was something thrown out there like a bone, just to keep people hoping. It was like a line of hope. That's basically what it was. So that's my opinion in a nutshell, guys. We're going to move on to a little bit better news. Stay right there. Our second news article of the day, guys. Bittrex begins trading USD to cryptocurrency. Finally. Following last month's announcement, Bittrex has now officially begun offering direct trading of USD to cryptocurrency. Initial trading pairs include Bitcoin, Tether, and TrueUSD with US dollar. Bittrex CEO Bill Shihara spoke to Bloomberg about a month ago and mentioned a deal with Signature Bank, but it was only towards the end of last month that the exchange began adding retail customers for USD trading. Since then, it took over just 2 weeks for the Seattle-based exchange to implement the processes necessary to begin offering the new service. Shihara commented on the extreme vetting process that the company endured in order to secure the deal, mentioning the strict anti-money laundering AMLA or AMLs and know your customer checks that a top priority for U.S. authorities when dealing with cryptocurrency. They have since proceeded with adding initial test phases, markets, and clients in order to ensure everything is running smoothly before opening to all customers. For now, Only citizens from the 4 states that are Washington, California, New York, and Montana can participate in the scheme, but this will expand over time. Some international regions are also eligible. Fellow cryptocurrency exchange Binance has also recently announced that it plans to begin offering fiat crypto trading on its platform as well, following the move of its headquarters from the FSA-regulated Japan to crypto haven Malta. Bittrex offers currently 288 trading pairs with almost 200 tokens and has an $84.7 million market value. So guys, that is awesome. That is awesome. Finally, we can start looking at other ways to trade cryptocurrencies other than having to on-ramp with Coinbase. You know, I've stated in several videos that I'm not a fan of Coinbase fees. They're a little too high in my book. When I put $275 into Coinbase, and then when I'm finally able to move my money, I only get 220 some odd dollars of it. No. $50 just to pay for fees, that is ridiculous, guys. Ridiculous. And I don't care how, you know, the Lightning Network and SegWit, it's supposed to make things cheaper. And, you know, the mining of it cost nearly nothing. It was the fee from Coinbase themselves. They're just gouging people, seeing as that, you know, they're the only ones able to, or currently able to offer this on-ramp of fiat crypto. So hopefully this gets their head out of their ass. I'm sorry for swearing. And, you know, they finally lower their fee, because the fee is ridiculous. It is ridiculous, guys. Ridiculous. But drop me a comment down in the comment section. Is this going to make you a Bittrex fan, guys? If you weren't already, I know I am. I'm a huge Bittrex fan. Between that and Binance, those are the 2 major exchanges that I trade my crypto on. One, because I don't have the liquidity to, you know, open a Bitfinex account. You guys know you need $100,000 to open an account on Bitfinex? Crazy, right? Yeah. Those would be called accredited investors. But yeah, drop me a comment down in the comment section, guys. Let me know what you think. You think Bittrex is doing the right thing? I certainly do. We're going to move on into our technical analysis here, fellas and ladies. So you stay right there. And here we are, guys, on the Bitcoin versus US dollar day scale using the Bitfinex exchange information. And guys, after yesterday's green candle, I want to zoom in here a little bit so we can get a little bit better picture of what's going on for today. That is the candle for today, that red one. Making a small hammer so far, but, you know, as I state all the other times, we've got about 4 hours and 10 minutes before that candle finishes. So, you know, there's plenty of time for that to turn green and head up. But I'm really surprised, actually, that there hasn't been a little bit more bullish behavior in Bitcoin today because of the news of Ethereum. Let's have a look at Ethereum, actually. We will skip the Bitcoin analysis for today. And we will go to the Ethereum versus US dollar, and they look largely similar, guys. For the most part, they look very similar. You know, big red candle today, guys. And that seems strange to me, that Ethereum is dipping like this. Like its EMAs are a little bit closer together. Like the 100-day EMA is still above the 200-day, which is a good sign. But back here on the 10th, we had the death cross. What a death cross is, guys, is when your fastest moving average crosses your slowest moving average on a downtrend. Like it crosses beneath the slowest moving average, which typically means there is a sell-off underway. And as you can see, boom, Ether dropped like a sack of stones. We had that little relief day and then continued to drop. Then the news that the SEC had labeled Ethereum a non-security. We had that huge green candle right here that is actually engulfed yesterday's, or the day before yesterday's, price action and today's price action. It's swallowing both of those. Or it has swallowed both of those, I should say. But guys, yeah, I mean, that's what we're looking at there. Again, Ethereum is also on the wait and see, time frame, I suppose, I'd like to say. Our RSI shows that it's in normal trading zones. Like it's not oversold, it's not overbought, it's just hanging out. A little more sell pressure could push us down into the oversold means, and then we could go up from there. That's a possibility. We'll have to wait and see what's going on. Currently, from the Bittrex exchange information, Ether is trading under $500. So, it's just something to keep in mind, guys. But, yeah, I mean, that's going to be our technical analysis for today. I'm sorry it was so short. But that's going to do it for the video today, guys. If you're still with me after all this time, hit that subscribe button, as I try to post a video every single day, Monday through Friday. If you learned anything new today, hit that like button and share it with a friend. Your friend liked free info too. And as always, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.